Where's the next video? Where's the video? You were disappointing. I need something to watch. Roblox first-person shooter video when? Steam Next Fest. This video is most definitely overdue, as Steam Next Fest was over a month ago, so I humbly apologize for my actions. If you don't know what Steam Next Fest is, essentially Steam gives game developers the ability to showcase their upcoming games and players the opportunity to try them out. Generally a big win-win-win for Steam, devs, and the gaming community. During this 1 week period, I tried out Ascendant, Candy Rangers, Delta Force, Fast Food Simulator, Forsaken Frontiers, Midnight Murder Club, Noro Kaigo, Rift of the Necrodancer, Rivals of Aether 2, Sorry We're Closed, Supernova, Supervibe, Temtem Swarm, Windblown, Wild Assault, and some other ones that I won't name to avoid causing any brain damage. Games that really stuck out to me and what I'll be covering in this video are Ascendant, Midnight Murder Club, Rivals of Aether 2, Supernova, and Supervibe. If this type of video format doesn't interest you and you are expecting some shorter form of brain rot, keep watching. I am not asking. Watch the entire video. If you're interested in my thoughts on the 10 other games I listed earlier, here's a Venn diagram dictating if they're worth your time, fun with friends, or just not worth the fathoming thereof. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the thick of it. I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows. Ascendant is a first-person shooter amalgamation of tactical extraction, hero abilities, battle royale, and capture the flag, all stuffed into a can of soup. You land, you kill monsters for loot, you have to capture these cores that grant you the aforementioned hero ability, and bring them back to your base, all while surviving, wiping out other players. There's vehicles, a shop with currency that carries over from your previous games, and random events resulting in unpredictable matches. Examples include this controllable mini kaiju that actually just makes the game unplayable. Not a lot of people have heard about the game, so player count was lower and queue times were longer. When I did finally have the opportunity to play the game, I firstly found the bullet travel to be too sluggish, like I was using a pea shooter from Plants vs. Zombies. The movement felt clunky and unfinished, like I was wading through a pool of molasses wearing jeans. There's just so much to do in this game that it felt like there was no one right way to play, and that really shone through with my non-existent synergy with my randoms. The community is very nice, and feedback and troubleshooting is always welcomed by the devs who are quick to respond. It's midnight, you're in a mansion, and someone shut the power off. All you have at your disposal is a flashlight and a revolver. Your objective? 2 different game modes. Eliminate all other players or collect the most money. Use your items sparingly, as firing your gun or powering on your flashlight will expose your positioning, leading to a quick death to any ready shooters. Slot machines that randomly spawn around the map grant special power-ups like night vision, a machine gun, or a bulletproof vest, granting you an advantage at the risk of getting shot while obtaining these powerful items. This is definitely a game that's meant to be played with friends. Fortunately, Riot Games has most of the boys on a leash, so I ended up raw dogging the game on my lonesome and still managed to have a great time. Queue times did vary, as most people were stacking with their homies and will dodge randoms. When I did manage to get into a game, I was the devout abuser of the night vision power-up and found that using my flashlight in short bursts was the way to go. There was also proximity chat, leading to a lot of goofy interactions. There's not really anything crazy about the movement, which is completely fair given the pacing of the game. Spreading for too long leads to your character having an asthmatic attack, harboring your audio, preventing you from hearing anyone that could potentially murder you. Overall, I enjoyed the experience and I wish my friends gave it a go. Shortly after Steam Next Fest ended, Valin Studios, which is also responsible for Knockout City, actually put the game into open beta. I hope to see this game doing well in the future, as it is definitely a chill getaway from the repetitive tactical shooter genre just regurgitating itself over and over. This goated furry fighter is a more mainstream adaptation of its indie platform fighter predecessor, Rivals of Aether. Oh really? I had no. If you don't know what platform fighter is, you've never played a game. Basically, the primary goal is to knock your opponent off the stage. Currently, there are 10 playable furries to choose from, each with their own unique moveset and playstyles. I was immediately entranced by this game. Part of it was because my friends and I got addicted to Melee and I used to grind the fuck out of the game before I had to change schools, which obviously separated me from that friend group, so I never touched the game again. And another part of it was because of how clean and smooth the game felt. An alternative to Smash Ultimate on Steam, count me in. The netcode and the matchmaking tasted great, lobbies with my Discord buddies felt tight, and wave dashing never felt so wet. I liked Zetterburn at first with his aggressive down air, but really came to enjoy messing around on Crag with his rock. Rivals has actually been out. I ended up caving and buying the game after being indecisive for roughly a month after release, just to get stomped on by my boy, Wayming.
I'm back with Alex, or Wayming.
The community is pretty mixed on the differences from the original Rivals of Aether, because Rivals of Aether 2 now includes shielding, being able to grab ledge, and crouch canceling. If you are on the fence about getting into this game and have enjoyed Melee or Ultimate in the past, this is your sign. Come join me on Furry Fighters 2. Anime biddies, recoil patterns, a Paper Mario mechanic, hero abilities, and a bomb that you have to plant equals Supernova. I know third-person shooters may turn some people off, and I was just ragging on the tactical shooter genre, but this game is worth a try. It may look and sound like something you don't want your mom to catch you playing, but if you ignore what's on the surface and treat the game for what it is, this game is different. Core mechanic in Supernova is shifting from a 3D anime biddy into a 2D anime biddy. You can attach yourself to walls, glide through the air, and try your best to evade your enemy's bullets. There's also an integrated waifu in the game menu that will kind of talk to you here and there, if you're into that. I found that there was a brief adjustment period to the gunplay in this game, as the recoil, especially while aiming down sights, was actually decently strong, something I initially did not expect out of a game that looked like Genshin Impact with guns. A very disappointing revelation for me was that a majority of players in the earlier levels are just bots. I would go out of my way to try and find real players as a side quest. Another disappointment for me during the next fest period was finally unlocking ranked and never being able to get into a game. I literally sat in queue for over 10 minutes upon unlocking the game mode and never found one. I don't know if this was because nobody in North America was queuing ranked, or if my quote-unquote norms MMR was too high, but Sternova literally edged me. I did get to have a taste of the ranked game mode through the norms version, but was unfortunately never able to complete my placements. The game has actually been out. Sternova dropped on November 21st, and the already attached niche community was elated. I believe that the addictive gunplay and unique mechanics in conjunction with the pretty skins and gacha aspect make for a very deadly combo. This game is definitely going to do well despite what it looks like at first glance. Addictive gamers that have already opened their wallets for other gacha titles are going to go broke in this game. I personally appreciate how the community is a lot more honest and self-aware with their degeneracy in comparison to Valorant's delusional gooner community, but that's a topic for another video. Do you like Apex Legends, Battlerite, Rustin Deadlock, Dota 2, Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch, Smite? Introducing Supervive, a top-down hero shooter MOBA slammed into a battle royale. There is also an arena mode if that's more your speed. Pick your hunter from a unique roster of 16, drop in with your squad, and be the last squad alive to tell the tale. Killing camps and creeps level up your champion, and killing enemy players grants an even greater amount. The vaults around the map can be unlocked through QuickTime events, containing powers and better armor for your squad to equip and assert dominance, and base camps are all around the map, granting you vision of any enemies in its range, repairing your armor and giving you the ability to craft bots, and granting your team health regen once captured. There's way too much content in this game for me to keep this brief description of the game brief, so for more in-depth video, I'm just gonna send you on over to King Nidhogg's educational video, which is really good. I have it linked in the description below. I will be most definitely dropping a Supervive video in the near future, unless I end up gaming for a whole month again. All the friends that I played Battlerite with in the past, who also still play League, were willing to give it a go. We did, but unfortunately, we experienced the super high learning curve and ended up falling back onto the arena mode. It did feel a lot more adjacent to what Battlerite embodied. A good amount of the homies I played with turned away from this game because of its focus on Battle Royale. I inevitably began solo queuing as I had already gotten a taste. I did experience a lot of issues with optimization of the game despite having a beefier PC. After a longer session of playing, I would start experiencing frame stutters and freezes that would spell instant defeat if I was already in the middle of a team fight. Honestly though, this did not hurt my opinion of the game. I found myself really enjoying playing Shrike, as her kit was very easy to understand and the complexity of the character was not that high. Supervive actually went open beta recently. All Supervivors are happy the drug is back on the market. I've been enjoying the open beta a good amount here and there, but definitely not playing as much as I would like, because unfortunately I've been getting roped into Valorant 5 stacks. As a result, the ring grind has been pretty slow, but I'm still enjoying the learning process. My one complaint on the current state of game is that the matchmaking system seems completely botched. I was over 2 when I started getting into games with Diamond, Master, and Grandmaster players. One could argue that this is just me having goated hidden MMR, but if it is, why am I not getting more RP from wiping squads with Grandmaster's players? On the other side of this argument, it could just be non-existent matchmaking that's setting up my squad for potential failure. I can't really complain too much if I'm already doing myself a disservice and choosing to solo queue a game that's a battle royale at its core. The unique elements that this game takes from a multitude of competitive titles just works, and I'm so for it. So there you all have it, 5 noteworthy games from October's Team Next Fest. 70% of these games are totally out already, but can we just pretend I dropped this video a month ago? Thank you. I ain't even trying to glaze, but I am tired of seeing my friends play the same 2 games and being absolutely miserable. Please keep an eye out for these unique titles, and I promise you won't regret it. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're still here, let me know down in the comments on what you guys think about these newer games on the way. Peace.